Hello everyone, today I want to share with you how it was to make a sci-fi film with low budget, some creative ideas, and a little bit of shitty rigs to fake reflections to show the background. So I want to take you behind the scenes from crafting the script, filming in the LED wall using TVs, post-production, VFX, sound effects, and also some tricks to really sell the idea of a billionaire walking in the moon.
I feel happy to be part of something creative and cool. It was really nice to work on the LED wall and really nice to bounce ideas off of this amazing director. Turn around the camera, you can see.
When I read the script, I was like, Hugo, bring me there. I want to be in space. I want to be Sarah.
Oh my goodness, the shots, the drama, it was excellent. If you get a chance to see it, bug Hugo to show it to you. Earthrise, watch it.
So I'm very excited to share with you everything about this really cool sci-fi stylized short film. I know it's not perfect, I know it could be better, it's a learning process, but I'm very happy with the results and I want to share with you everything that I did. For those who don't know me, I'm Hugo, I'm from Brazil, currently living here in Toronto, Canada, and I just graduated from filmmaking here. You might notice my English is not perfect, but I'm trying, so please be patient. So everything started when I was taking XR production in the college, and I was having a lot of fun creating all those environments using Unreal Engine and all the possibilities that we could do using the LED panel rather than using green screen. That's really cool because it reflects in the costumes and makes we feel real in the scene. And by the end of the course, some students with really cool projects would have a chance to shot in the LED wall using all the technology available in the college. It should be just a small scene, you know, something interesting, something different that really justify using the LED wall. So I came up with the idea of a man walking along the moon. That would be really cool to show the Earth and all the stars, and we already had an astronaut suit that would be easier. I still didn't have the story yet, but I had the project and everything was working fine. So guess what? My project was approved. So I had only 1 week to develop everything to make it happen, which was very exciting but very scary as well because I still didn't have the story. So I grabbed some colleagues that were more into script supervising and we started developing this story. The first challenge we faced was to justify a man walking along the moon. For sure they shouldn't be astronauts, like professional astronauts, because if a man was left behind at the moon, something went really wrong. And we already had Lost in Mars, which is a really cool film, and we didn't want to go in this direction, like building a villain or someone that was negligent. So then I came up with an interesting idea. Imagine a billionaire building his own ship and fly through the moon just because he wants and no one can stop him. And that was already interesting, and we started developing the script around it to justify him being left behind the moon. So basically he was going to the moon with his girlfriend in a self-driven spacecraft remotely controlled from Earth. They are not professional astronauts, they were just tourists going to the moon, trusting in technology. And of course, something went wrong. The thing is that everyone on Earth was watching it and expecting the man to propose the girl in the moon. That would be so romantic and so unique. But guess what? The man just didn't propose the girl, and she got really upset and angry, and the guy went really annoying, trying to talk, trying to fix. And in the crucial moment when they had to get into the ship to go back Earth, they had a really heated argument. She pushes him out of the ship right before the doors close. The ship started launching and we had a man completely alone left behind in the moon. So we had a story. That was really interesting crafting this story because we first imagined that the man would be the main character, the billionaire left behind in the moon, that's our guy. But even while writing it, I started realizing that maybe the girl would be the main character because she's the one that's pushing the story forward. She was the one upset, she was the one that pushes him, and she is the one that makes the decision of coming back to rescue him, risking her own life or not. So I just realized it's very complex. And the guy on the other hand is just suffering all these actions and begging for mercy.
I'm alive! Finally, I only have a few hours left of oxygen.
So we finished the script and we start shooting it. So I decided to split the shooting in 2 different moments. First, we went to the studio with the LED wall for all the wide shots when we had to show everything, like the guy along the moon, they walk in the moon, and the pushing scene, which is really cool. We did it all in the studio in the LED wall provided from the college using all the equipment and everything they had. And the second moment would be at home, just using a TV as a background for close-ups for all the shots of the girl inside the spacecraft. So this would be a little bit easier because we only had 3 hours in the studio. That would be impossible to do a short film in just 3 hours. The most challenging moment in the studio was to shot the scene that the guy was pushed out of the ship. So I was inspired by Gravity. When I first watched Gravity, it blew my mind and I was wondering how they shot that. Then I watched the behind the scenes and I realized many of the scenes, the background was actually moving while the actors and the camera were static. So I realized I want to do the same thing. So I not only build a background, but I build a moving background. So I created a camera animation inside Unreal Engine to fake the movement of the guy following the move. So the camera and the guy was static while the background was moving. And the result was really, really cool.
Just listen to me. Leave me alone!
So moving forward, for the second half of the shooting, we came home for all the close-ups, and one very important shot for me that was not possible to do in the LED wall, which is the shot of the guy reflected in the girl helmet. I really wanted to show that, the girl looking at him upset and the guy is right there in the same shot. You see both of them, which is really cool. But it turns out that in the LED wall it was impossible to shot that because the helmet was reflecting the whole thing. All the lighting setup, the room ceiling and the floor and all the crew, which was really sad. So I decided to try again when I was home and I tried to make it from the TV. So I took the shot from the guy in the moon and I put that in loop and I placed the actors really close to it. That fixed the reflection, but I still needed a background. So I took a small projector and another shot of the moon playing behind her. And that fixed for all the close-ups. We were using a TV reflecting the helmet, but also having a background. It was a bit challenging to fix this in post because the projector was really weak and the TV was really bright. Although I tried to match them, but I had to work a little bit in post as well. But it worked. Another cool thing was when we were shooting the girl inside the ship. So first we built the background of the ship to play on the TV and I decided to shake the camera in post. So we had this really cool shot of the ship launching from the moon and everything shakes around. And one small detail that makes this really interesting is that I also add some shake in the background in a different paste. So we give that parallax effect that she's kind of a moving ship. It's not only the main footage is moving, like the background is also moving in a different paste. So we really feel that she's inside a moving spacecraft. Another very interesting thing about this is because we only had that shot to sell the idea of a spacecraft in the moon. We didn't have budget for all the 3D shots of the spacecraft launching and everything else, but I had a lot of sound effects. So I decided to use sound effects to sell all the idea of a ship launching in the moon. So I took a lot of sound libraries of technology, ships, turbines, air jets, volcano, fire, metal crashing and machines. And I built it in a way that we still listen to the dialogue, but we understand that the ship is launching. And also building a really cool moment of tension while the girl is trying to talk to ground control and she doesn't listen it because the ship is launching and everything is happening. And it keeps increasing and increasing and the tension is riding up, building all this dynamic.
Ground control? Hello? Please.
Sarah!
John has left behind. The ship is taking off and he's still out there. I don't know what to do.
We're not receiving any radio signal from him. We don't know what's happening up
Is he
there.
going to die?
We're trying to find his position. Stay close, Sarah. Stay close to you. You're still alive. We're going to get you out of there.
Dynamic is another important thing for me personally because it makes me feel like I'm watching a real movie. We start building like a roller coaster and something increasing and going crazy, and then we had a peak, and after that we had a really calm moment. As when they had to get into the ship and they were discussing and the machine is saying that they had to go on board and they are having a hidden argument until the moment that she pushes him, and that's the peak. And we had this peak of tension, like what's happening, and we cut for her in the ship like confused, didn't understand exactly what happens and wondering what's next.
We can work this out, Sarah. Please, just listen to me.
It's over, John.
There is no us anymore.
What are you talking about? Come on, wait.
Attention, please.
It's over, John.
Prepare for takeoff.
What the hell,
I'm
Sarah?
leaving you, John.
Everyone in position. The hatch will close in 30
Come
seconds.
on, just listen to me.
Leave me alone.
You may now remove your helmets as the cabin has been pressurized and oxygen levels are stable.
Welcome back, John and Sarah. Please remain seated with your seat belts fastened as we perform the takeoff maneuver.
Same thing when she was trying to talk to ground control and she can listen to it. The ship is launching and everything's loud and everything is shaky. And then we had an abrupt cut and everything's silent and dark and we see the guy walking in the moon. It's apparently calm scene, but after all that tension. So I really liked all this dynamic, you know? So we shot it and I started editing and I also decided to make a trailer. As if I was a big studio or something like that. So for the trailer, I did what is kind of trending. I took a very well-known song in an epic version. So I took that song, Fly Me to the Moon, and I searched for an epic version of it. And I did a trailer using the really cool scenes, and I put that on the internet, and everyone was watching it and going crazy like, that was really cool.
Fly me to the moon.
This week, we're witnessing yet another tourist trip to the moon.
Let me play among the stars.
Now, the spacecraft will be remotely controlled, and John assures it's an extremely safe trip as long as they follow all the protocols.
So I got really excited and I started editing the whole thing. It was really challenging to match some scenes because we were missing some pieces, but it worked. And I'm very happy with the final results. So once again, I put on the internet because of course we had to show our work, you know, and everyone was going crazy, like texting me, wow, that was really cool. I never wondered how it would turn that way, and stuff like that. So I got a little bit excited and I applied for some festivals, you know, here in Toronto. It's really cool because there is a lot of festivals happening. Maybe I get a chance to win something, who knows. But what is really cool about festivals is because of many of them you get a chance to watch your film in a big screen with a crowd and you can see their reaction while watching it. Be in the environment where your film should be playing, not in a small screen of a phone, maybe with a bad speaker, you know. Especially in this film that I worked so hard in sound design. It was a really cool experience. I'm very happy with this film. Everyone was enjoying, everyone approached me and talking about it. I know it could be way better, but at least I did something. Same thing for this video. I'm trying something different here to build some content in English for this channel as well, because I saw that many of you English speakers like the soccer game video that I post from Brazil. And you know, this is a Portuguese channel and I also speak English. And in this channel, I always trying something different. I'm travel around with Natalia, post a lot of things in Portuguese as well. So feel free to subscribe. I will try to make more content in English, sharing all the experience I'm having here. I'm also working a lot around here, filming conferences, tech events, photographing, basically everything I can do with my camera. So please leave a comment here if you like this style of video so I can do more. And thanks for watching.